My name is Stefan and I studied the MSc Digital Business Innovation Management and I graduated in 2022.
My name is Deema Jarrar. I just graduated from Masters of Digital Business Innovation and Management. It's the first cohort, year 2022.
So before I came to Lancaster, I did a bachelor's degree in business administration, which was fairly broad, fairly generic. And so because the course that I chose was a lot more focused on digital world of business, it just seemed like a really good fit for me. So that's why I came here.
Before coming to Lancaster, I was working in different companies for 6 years. I was working in the fields of project management and product ownership.
I feel like just the whole interaction, even before coming to Lancaster, was really smooth. It just seemed to work very well. But then also, I feel like I quite distinctly remember sort of the first proper lecture that we had where I met the entire cohort and our program coordinator as well. And I just felt like everything was very professional, very well put together.
I chose Lancaster University because I was looking for a very specific course. I was particularly interested in digital transformation and digital business. However, I also wanted to get some knowledge and experience in management and in innovation and entrepreneurship. And this course in specific had covered all that. So it was very interesting for me, and that's why I chose to come to Lancaster University.
So my first time coming to campus was a little bit overwhelming maybe, especially because my undergraduate degree was at a uni that was quite small. So seeing this huge campus here with all these big buildings and all being very complex, that was a bit overwhelming. But everyone was so helpful and friendly and was just like, yeah, happy to guide you in the right direction and just help you out. So it made me feel quite welcome straight away.
The moment I felt Lancaster was the best option for me was, I think, 2 weeks into the course. That was when we started really getting into the course details, and I started to get to know my classmates, my professors, and I understood what value this course is going to bring into me.
And there were so many people from different backgrounds, be it from different subjects that they covered or studied before, different work experience they had, and that all put together made for a really interesting mix.
I was also kind of doing a startup business before coming to pursue my master's degree, and I was looking for something like some sort of a support program for startups, and I really didn't think I was going to find that in Lancaster University. I was very surprised to know that there was a full-fledged program to support entrepreneurs and upcoming startups.
Having access to all the societies that we did, for me personally, it was joining the boxing society. So that was really cool, meeting the people there. And I kind of got hooked straight away, and I went 3 times a week straight away. And the socials they organised as well is really, really good fun. That was definitely the best thing non-study wise.
The best non-study related thing about Lancaster was the location of the campus. To be honest, I'm a person who loves traveling. I love to explore new cities and go different places. And because of this specific location of Lancaster University up north, I was able to travel to up to 17 different cities in the United Kingdom during this year.
The LUMS community is, for me, it seems quite close-knitted to be honest. It seems like everyone kind of knows each other. Even between, if I look at our lecturers, they all seem to know of each other what they're doing, what they're teaching and what they're covering. And I felt like several times as well, there were different modules where the lecturers really communicated with each other to say, this is what I'm covering, this is what you're going to be covering.
The community here is very diverse. That's the least I could say. I mean, in our specific course, for example, we had people coming from Latin America up to China, and we really had covered different countries, different continents. I was able to make friends from all over the world, from places I never knew I was going to have friends in before. The atmosphere in any class within the DBIM program is very open, very friendly, it's very comfortable. You can just relax, listen to different opinions, share your own opinions. It's very easy to ask questions. It's very easy to reach out to professors, to other students in the classroom and, be able to share your ideas, or even if you have any inquiries or whatsoever. It's a very open and comfortable environment.
The parts that I enjoyed the most were definitely the really hands-on activities that we had. So for example, we had 2 workshops, one run by IBM, another one run by Fujitsu. And it was kind of in each case, 2-day, quite intense experience of getting a real world problem and having to figure out how to solve that. And being put into those teams, having to work on it really intensely, I feel like that's what I definitely learned the most.
The parts that were the most enjoyable for me personally were the hands-on workshops within the first 2 terms. We had 2 hands-on workshops, And for me personally, because I come from a work, like I have some sort of a working experience, this was really the point where I realized how I can connect everything that I studied with whatever I'm gonna work in the future or whatever I'm gonna do. The fact that we had some consultancy related courses within our program, this was very helpful for me personally, because I always worked with different clients. I wasn't a consultant per se, but having gained this experience during this year, I'm now able to reach out to other opportunities and, even leverage my competencies, my personal traits, and try to understand how I can use those professionally to reach out and get value from whatever business relationship I'm having.
I've actually started a job after I graduated already, and it's within the space of ERP implementations, which is something that we covered within the course, funnily enough. But it's more looking more towards the future. I'm definitely going to be using what I learned here, because I just see that more as a stepping stone to get more into technology consulting or consulting as a general, which is kind of my personal overall goal to get into. But the course here has definitely helped me in that direction, because again, most of the modules were kind of geared towards that consulting environment.
So before coming to Lancaster, I was already starting up a business. I was in the very initial phases of it. And I had the idea. I thought I had done all the research that I had to do. But one very particular part of the DBIM program that helped me really leverage everything that I learned, the fact that I was able to do my dissertation topic around my startup, because we had this, we had 3 options for our dissertation. One of them was a startup project, and I chose that, obviously. And because I had like around 4 months of extensive work around the dissertation, I was really able to focus on my startup. I really realized some aspects of the startup that I had never thought of before, because with the help of my supervisor, I had to tap into specific aspects of the business. I had to actually conduct interviews with people and collect primary data, which was really helpful for me.